Hey folks, welcome to another day, another unboxing. I've got the Redmi Note 11S here. Yes, the Redmi Note series is out for 2022 and we all love that series of phones. Very affordable, very feature-packed phones. Some with 4G like this one, some with 5G. So there's 4 phones right now in the lineup. There is a Redmi Note 11 Pro 5G that has a Snapdragon 695 with 5G and has a larger 6.67 inch display, 108 megapixel camera. Then there is the Redmi Note 11 Pro, which is the same as the 5G but with the Helio G96, just like this one. And then there is a Redmi Note 11 that has a Snapdragon 680 but has a 6.43 inch display. That's an LCD. This has a 6.43 inch AMOLED display. So you see how they're kind of mixing and matching. The Redmi Note 11 also has a 50 megapixel camera instead of a 108 megapixel camera, which this has. So, you know, it's a lot of moving parts and part spinning, which is very standard with Xiaomi. So this is the S. It's kind of somewhere in the middle of the pack, and I wanted to show you the box. There's really not much to talk about here, and unbox it with you guys. So here we go. Dun 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 dun. Nothing inside here. We've got the powered by Redmi divider here. We're going to take a look at that, and as you can see, this here is the specs. So there is a 108 megapixel pro grade main camera. There's a 90 Hz full HD plus AMOLED display that is a 6.43 inch display. There's a 33 watt fast charging option with a 5000 milliamp hour battery, and you know, Helio G96 under those stickers here, 4G chip. So that's for the specs of this one. And as you can see back here, camera pod. We're going to look at this in a second. Let's see what else is in the box and go through the divider real quick. Another little divider. We've got a 33 watt European prong charger here, the little orange accent. I know it's 33 watts since, well, this whole phone is 33 watts, so nice to still get a charger in the box. And then you have the matching cable, right? And we know that on one end it's going to be USB type A, and on the other end it's going to be USB type C. So C to A, and you have to use this cable with this brick to get the maximum charging speed of 33 watt, because you know, I'm sure it works fine as a PD phone. You can charge it probably at 18 watt PD, but they use a proprietary charger and cable. Nothing new there, I just want to point it out. Of course, this charger will also charge other phones, but not at 33 watts, unless they're Xiaomi phones. All right, let's see what's in here. We have, ooh, a case, which is nice, and it even comes with a screen protector. And it comes with a Redmi Note 11S quick start guide, and then some more paperwork here. So let's have a look. We're going to take a look at this. This is the safety information. We don't care. Warranty card, we don't care. But we do care about the quick start guide. So let's check that out. Let's have a quick look. It's in multiple languages. And here there is going to be some illustrations. Aha. Here's the layout of this phone. Yeah. So nothing too crazy. Okay, so then we have a TPU case that comes with it, and that's always a welcome thing to have because they get you started, right? So you get something to protect your phone with that's perfectly fitted. These are pretty decent. They don't get too yellow over time, etc. So yeah, nice to have that. So that's it for the box, folks. Let's move on to the phone, shall we? So let's take this off and have a quick look. Some stickers in the front here with a screen protector, so let's get rid of that as well. And then we need to get rid of that sticker that, well, it's an IMEI sticker, but clearly doesn't have any IMEIs on it. Possibly because this is a pre-production unit or a press unit, since that's what they usually sent us. All right, so the first thing you notice is, look at that, slab sides like an iPhone. I mean, they're not as pronounced as the Vivo V23 that I just recently unboxed, and it's definitely a plastic frame on this phone. So, but yeah, you know, kind of like iPhone-like design. Let's turn on the display and have a look. So spec-wise, this display is actually really good. It's a 6.43 inch 1080p AMOLED with 700 nits of brightness, 1000 nits of brightness max, which is pretty impressive for an affordable phone like this. So there it is booting up. You can see there's a little silver ring around the front-facing camera up here. That's a bit strange, but hey, whatever. It is a 16 megapixel f/2.4 front camera that does 1080p video at 30 frames per second. Yeah, check out this display. It's pretty bright in my room right now, and it's looking really, really nice. Now there is a bit of a chin, you know, that's see where my thumb is and the line begins. So that's kind of where they kind of cheapened a bit, and the bezels are relatively significant. But yeah, so of course, you know, I can set it up from here. I'm not going to do it, but you get the idea. I just wanted to show you the screen so you can get a feel for the quality. Under the hood here, we have a MediaTek Helio G96, which is a 4G chip. It's an octa-core chip. It's pretty decent, but you know, it's not spectacular or anything. 64 gigs of storage or 128 gigs of storage, and 6 gigs of RAM or 8 gigs of RAM. I'm not sure what they sent me, but yeah, basically, as you can see, this is not going to be a spec buster in any way, shape, or form. And of course, 5,000 milliamp hour battery with 33 watt charging. Oh, another thing that's really fun, it does have stereo speakers and it does have micro SD expansion, so you can add storage and you can enjoy your video content in stereo, which is nice. But you know me, I'm a camera person, and the Redmi Note series have always had decent camera systems. So let's have a look at what's here. We've got 4 cameras in the back, and a couple of them are sticker cams, what I call, you know, like cameras just for the sake of being there cameras. 108 megapixel main camera, f/1.9 with 0.7 micron pixels. That's pretty decent. Pixel bins, I believe it's 9:1. Then we have an 8 megapixel f/2.2 ultra wide. That's 118 degree field of view. I'm not sure what the pixel size is on that. Then of course we have a 2 megapixel f/2.4 macro camera and another 2 megapixel f/2.4 depth camera. Again, those are the sticker cams. You can see there's an LED flash here as well. And then, you know, the rest is all, you know, cameras. For once, it's actually not cheating, even though I kind of consider, you know, what I call sticker cams to be cheating. You really don't need that depth sensor, but hey, whatever. Now, of course, you're not going to get OIS on that main sensor or anything crazy like that, but hey, you know what? It's fine. Now, you know, I'm not sure what the back is made of, but it does feel like plastic to me. And of course, as I pointed out earlier, the edges are made of plastic. The frame is plastic. So again, this is, you know, a price competitive phone, and we're not looking at, you know, doing something too crazy. It does have IP53 water resistance or splash resistance, which isn't too bad. Yeah, so that's basically the layout on this phone and the details. Let me walk you through the edges so you have an idea what's going on there. You got a volume rocker here, power lock key with an embedded capacitive fingerprint sensor, so that's how you unlock your phone. It's not under the display. One of the 2 stereo speakers, you have the USB Type-C port, primary microphone, then you have the SIM and micro SD card slot on the left side here, and on top you have a headphone jack, very welcome, and the second speaker. Of course, you also have an infrared transmitter and a secondary microphone. A lot of Xiaomi phones have that infrared transmitter, which is great if you want to remote control your TV or something. So there you go, folks. The Redmi Note 11S, one of the 4 phones of the Redmi Note 11 series that was just announced yesterday. Check it out. I have it here. I hope you enjoy this unboxing. Please tell me in the comments below, would this be a phone you'd want to pick up? And especially at the price, which I believe is about 220 euros. So I'll translate this into US dollars up here, but 220 euros is very affordable, you know. Of course, there's no 5G on this, but there is a model with 5G if you want that. So let me know in the comments, like the video, subscribe to the channel, click the little notification bell below, tell your friends about the channel, and let me know what you want to see next. I've got a whole bunch of phones coming. Mobile World Congress in Barcelona is at the end of February, and I'll be there. So it's starting to happen. We're starting to get a lot more phones. Of course, remember that this channel is a complement to my podcast at mobiletechpodcast.com. We're on Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Pocket Casts, Spotify, and everywhere good podcasts can be found. So if you want my opinions and thoughts and reviews on these phones, most of the time you'll find them on the podcast, and you should listen and subscribe. There's also a Patreon if you want to help me out. Patreon.com/Tankerl. That's patreon.com/TNKGRL. with a bunch of fun tiers. We have a Discord server. You can get a video version of the podcast ahead of time instead of just the audio. So check it out. That's it, folks. I'll be back with another video soon. Until then, cheers, everybody.